What if I told you that the secret to conquering the chaos of modern life wasn't found in a self-help book or a productivity app? What if it was hidden in the writings of an undefeated 17th century samurai and a 19th century philosopher who went completely insane? It sounds crazy, I know. On one side, you have Miyamoto Musashi, the legendary swordsman, a man who fought and won over 60 duels to the death, then retired to a cave to write a manual on strategy, a life of absolute discipline and deadly precision. And on the other, Friedrich Nietzsche, the German philosopher with the epic mustache, the man who declared God was dead, who spoke of an overman and whose ideas were so radical, so explosive, they're still shaking the world today. These two men were separated by centuries, by continents, by culture. They should have nothing in common, but they do. They unknowingly shared a hidden code, a ruthless philosophy for achieving absolute mastery, not just on the battlefield, but in the battlefield of your own mind. This isn't just history. This isn't just philosophy. This is a blueprint. We're going to uncover the strange parallels between Musashi's The Book of Five Rings and Nietzsche's Will to Power, and translate their ancient wisdom into a modern warrior's code. Let's start with the warrior himself, Miyamoto Musashi. Imagine him, a lone figure walking the dusty roads of feudal Japan. He wasn't just a brute with a sword. He was a strategist, an artist, a philosopher of action. His record was perfect: 61 victories, 0 defeats. Think about that pressure. Every single duel was life or death. There was no second place. He couldn't afford a single mistake, a single moment of doubt. So how did he do it? It wasn't just skill. It was his mindset, his way. In his final years, he wrote it all down in the Book of Five Rings. It's not a book about fancy sword techniques. No, it's a book about strategy, about perception, about destroying your opponent psychologically before the first blow is even struck. It's about a relentless, practical path to victory. Musashi's core belief was simple: the way is in training, constantly. You don't just learn a technique and then stop. You practice, you refine, you adapt. You absorb everything around you. Carpentry, painting, strategy. It's all part of the same path to mastery. There are no wasted motions. Now let's jump forward 200 years to a quiet university town in Germany. Here, Friedrich Nietzsche is waging a different kind of war, a war against mediocrity, against the comfortable, easy answers that society offers us. Nietzsche saw a world growing soft, a world of what he called the last man, people who seek comfort and security above all else, people with no great passion, no soaring ambition, content to just get by. And to Nietzsche, that contentment was the ultimate sickness. His antidote was the concept of the will to power. Now, this is hugely misunderstood. It's not about dominating other people. It's about dominating yourself. It's the fundamental drive inside every living thing to grow, to expand, to overcome obstacles, and to become more than what it currently is. For Nietzsche, the ultimate goal was to become the Übermensch, the overman. This is a person who has overcome their own weaknesses, who creates their own values, who doesn't follow the herd but forges their own path through the wilderness of life. Sound familiar? Here is where these two worlds collide. a samurai's guide to combat, and a philosopher's vision for humanity's future. Let's forge their ideas into our first rule for the modern warrior. Rule 1. Forge your own way. Musashi famously wrote, "Do not seek to follow in the footsteps of the men of old. Seek what they sought." He wasn't interested in copying his masters. He wanted the raw essence of victory. He broke tradition, famously fighting with two swords when every other samurai used one. He created his own style. Nietzsche championed this exact same idea from the philosophical mountaintops. Become who you are. Don't just accept the morality, the goals, the definitions of success that society hands you. Question them, dismantle them, and build your own. This is the first and most terrifying step. In your life right now, how much are you just following a script written by someone else? The career path, the lifestyle, the beliefs. The warrior's first act is to declare independence from the herd. But that independence comes at a price, which leads us to Rule 2. Love your fate, embrace the struggle. Musashi understood that battles are won before they are fought. You must know the terrain, the sun, the shadows, the ground beneath your feet. You use the environment as a weapon. He didn't complain about a rocky battlefield. He used it to his advantage. He saw obstacles as opportunities. Nietzsche had a beautiful term for this exact idea: amor fati, love of fate. It doesn't mean passively accepting whatever happens to you. Oh no. It means loving everything that happens, the good, the horrific, the painful, because it is all necessary fuel for your growth. You don't just endure hardship, you welcome it. The modern world tells you to avoid pain, to seek comfort. The warrior's code tells you the opposite. Run towards the fire. That project that scares you, do it. That difficult conversation you've been avoiding, have it. The struggle is the entire point. That's where strength is forged. This brings us to the tools of the trade. For Musashi, it was his swords. For you, it's your mind, your skills, your habits. This is Rule 3. Master your tools, master yourself. Musashi's section on the water book is all about this. He says your mind must be like water, fluid, adaptable. Water takes the shape of its container. It can be calm, or it can be a crashing wave. A warrior's spirit should be the same, unflappable but ready for explosive action. He knew his swords so intimately they were part of his body. There was no separation between thought and action. This is the essence of Nietzsche's self-overcoming. You are your own block of marble and you are the sculptor. Every day you chip away at the weaknesses, the bad habits, the lazy thinking. You are not a finished product. You are a constant process of refinement. You are the weapon being sharpened. Are you deliberately sharpening your skills every single day? Or are you letting them rust? The warrior knows their tools must be perfect because their life depends on it. Your life, your success, depends on the sharpness of your mind and the discipline of your habits. But skill alone isn't enough. You need strategy. You need to see the whole board. This is Rule 4, see through the wind. In the Wind book, Musashi talks about the importance of knowing other schools of swordsmanship, not to copy them, but to understand their weaknesses, their rhythms, their assumptions. To know only your own way is to be strategically blind. You have to understand the entire ecosystem to truly dominate it. Nietzsche called this perspectivism. The idea that there is no single, objective truth, only different perspectives. To be powerful, you must be able to inhabit multiple perspectives without losing your own. In business, this means understanding your competitors as well as you understand yourself. In your career, it means understanding the motivations of your boss, your colleagues, your clients. You stop seeing the world only from your own keyhole view and start seeing the entire strategic landscape. This vision is power. Finally, we arrive at the most difficult and most powerful concept of all, the moment of action. Rule 5, strike from the void. Musashi's final section is the Book of the Void. The void is a state of mind where there is no confusion, no ego, no hesitation. It's the moment in a duel where you are not thinking. You are simply acting. Pure instinct honed by thousands of hours of training. You see the opening and you move, a perfect, decisive strike. There is no you. There is only the action. This is the ultimate state of a warrior. Nietzsche's Overman acts from a similar place. He is beyond good and evil. He doesn't act based on society's approval or fear of punishment. He acts from a place of pure, authentic will. His actions flow directly from his nature, which he himself has forged. It is terrifying freedom. We have a modern term for this: flow state. That feeling when time disappears and you are completely absorbed in a task. But the warrior cultivates this. They strip away the anxieties, the overthinking, the self-doubt, until all that's left is pure, focused, unstoppable action. So let's bring it all together. What is this warrior's code? 1. Forge your own path, don't follow the herd. 2. Embrace hardship as the fuel for your growth. 3. Relentlessly sharpen your mind and skills. 4. See the entire strategic landscape. And 5. Act with decisive, focused power. You want to build a business. That is your duel. You want to create art. That is your battle. You want to build a stronger mind and body. That is your training ground. The principles are exactly the same. The stakes are just as high. It's your life. The world will try to make you a spectator. It wants you to be a last man, comfortable, passive, and distracted. It wants you to scroll, to consume, to obey. But the spirit of Musashi and the challenge of Nietzsche offer a different path. The path of the warrior. It's not an easy path. It is a path of constant struggle, constant self-overcoming. It requires a ruthless mental discipline that few are willing to cultivate. But it is a path of power, of freedom, of profound meaning. So look around you right now. You are standing on a battlefield, whether you realize it or not. The forces of distraction, mediocrity, and despair are all around you. You cannot opt out of the fight. You can only choose how you fight. So the choice is yours. Will you be a pawn, moved by forces you don't understand? Or will you pick up your sword, whatever that sword may be, and begin the difficult, glorious work of carving out your own destiny? Because what if I told you that the secret to conquering the chaos of modern life wasn't something you find? What if it was something you build, blow by bloody blow, within yourself?